the summer, focus switches to the FIFA Club World Cup as 32 clubs from around the globe compete for arguably the most competitive competition around the planet. In each one of these videos, we'll preview one club from around the globe. Who is it? Well, today we're going to preview Juventus. That's right, folks, back once again with another preview. Today, we're taking a look at one of the clubs that are taking part in this summer spectacular. It is, of course, FIFA's Club World Cup, and we'll get to that in a second. Of course, if you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button, your one-stop shop for FIFA's Club World Cup, World Football, and, of course, Blackburn Bloody Rovers. We've got it all here under one rooski. In today's video, we're going to do a deep dive into one of the clubs that are taking part in this summer's football spectacular. We'll showcase you that in just a second. What I want to say is a big shout-out to the members. You know who you are. And a big shout-out to the Patreons. You know who you are. But anyway, sit tight. Hold on, and let's get into it. Juventus next out of the box here, coming at you as they prepare for the Club World Cup in the United States. That's right. They're, of course, one of the UEFA's representatives, of course, also coming out of City. That's right. Not the best of seasons for them, but maybe next season is their time to shine, of course. They qualified as being the 8th best ranked eligible team in the UEFA 4-year ranking system. That's right. They qualified 12th of March 2024, just over a year or so ago, and they've not been in a tournament before, so this is their first time and maybe a debut season in this competition to remember. That's right. They've got the players, they've got the ingredients. Have they got the cojones to go the distance? Between the sticks, the likes of Michel Di Giorino and Mattia Peren competing for the jersey there. But when we get into the defensive ranks and moving forward, it is a little bit more tasty. Like a Bremer out the back there, Andrea Cambiasso as well, Pierre Kalulu, of course, and Lloyd Kelly there, Englishman, doing his thing. In the old lady, that's right. Meanwhile, into midfield, the likes of Nicolas Gonzalez, Kenan Yildiz is there, Timothy Weah, of course, American, and Weston McKennie, another American there. Chin Kupin Miners, also doing his thing as well. And then up front, we've got the likes of Dusan Vlahović, Aleksandar Mitrovic, and of course, Kulu Muani as well, in a very, very youngish, I say youngish, Milic is getting on a little bit, but still got experience and youth in abundance in Turin, that's right. Meanwhile, the best player so far has been Kenan Yildiz with a 7.21 average. Locatelli's up there alongside him with Kifan Thuram as well with a 7.05. Again, it's not been the best season for Juventus in Italy, but maybe this is where they can step it up, coming at you with a little bit less heat on their shoulders. This is an average starting lineup coming at you for Juventus, kind of showcase you what they play with. They do play with 3 at the back. Di Giorgio between the sticks, just 27 years of age, 18 million euro rated. We've got Lloyd Kelly there at the back there, of course. Is he on loan, or I'm not sure what the deal is there. 26 years of age, playing in the back 3 with Renato Vega and Pierre Kalulu as well. Into midfield, we've got 5-man midfield with Locatelli, Thuram and Weston McKennie, Andrea Cambiasso as well. Actually, a 4-man midfield, 3-4-3 here. And then Gonzalez, Kulu Muani and Dusan Vlahović up top. Pretty young squad there, with the eldest player being that of a 27-year-old. And the youngest, of course, being Renato Vega at 21. So average age, 25.7 for this starting lineup. The valuation of this team right here is currently valued at around about 315 million euros. Now, this is this 11 here only. Take a look then, shall we, at, of course, their roster of success. Italian champions 36 times. It's been a couple of years since they last become title winners, but maybe that's just around the corner. They, of course, are singular Champions League winners. They're not in the mix right here, right now. They are going for a bit of a dry spell of European successes across all competitions, but they are recent Italian Cup winners back in 23-24 season. But can they add this to their impressive resume of successes? Well, the man in charge is Iago Tudor to do just that with a 1.61 points per match ratio. He's only just been hired. In fact, he's only on a very short-term deal to the end of the season where they'll reevaluate what's going on. Maybe a Jurgen Klopp out there, or who else? Who else could come in here to try and turn the fortunes around for Juventus? I don't even know. The most valuable player is Bremer at the back there. Of course, defender, centre-back, strong man at the back, 50 million euro rated. And of course, the total squad valuation of the whole entire system here at Juventus is a cool 623 million euros. Average valuation per player is 23.08 million. Their average age is 25.5. They have 19 international players, 4 youth national team players, and 20 foreigners on the books. This is how their season will pan out heading into the to the tournament itself. Of course, they're going to wrap up their Serie A matches against Venezia on May 25th. Then pretty much a month off to prepare, give guys the chance to rest up a little bit. But then take Al Ain, of course, out of in Group G in the first match on the 18th of June. Then it's Wydad out of Morocco. That's of course on the 22nd of June, and then wrap it up with a tasty one against Man City in Group G. That's right. Of course, that could be the difference between who comes out group winners and maybe who comes out runners-up. Of course, this is the kits that have been worn by Juventus this season. Of course, traditional black and white stripes. That's right. Will they wear something different for the Club World Cup? I don't know, but we'll see, of course, when the tournament comes around. I do like the third kit. We're going to rank all these kits in their own separate video, but let's take a look at the odds now coming into this for Juventus. They are ranked 7-1 on to qualify out of that group. It does look like a doable possibility there. And then, of course, to win the whole thing, 25-1. Do looking at that squad, it does look a little bit fresh and not that experienced, but they might have a quality. But I do think they'll get to the round of 16 at the very least. They might go a little bit further than that, but it all depends on who they'll take on in that round of 16. And if they do finish as a runner-up, they're likely to take on a winner, which I don't know. That could mean an early exit in the competition for Juventus, who have come into this with high hopes. Well, there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. Of course, will this club go the distance and lift the trophy at the end of the campaign? Let me know your thoughts down below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and smash the like, guys. This will be a non-stop shop for FIFA's Club World Cup. We're going to have previews. We're going to have predictions. We're going to have, of course, watch-alongs as well. It's going to be non-stop here over the summer. So make sure you do me the honor, smash the like and smash the subscribe. Until then, I'll see you soon for the next one.